All right, so data architect as it applies to the ODGA. Essentially, I come up with the framework on how we ingest data from the other agencies. My job is to kind of guide our data engineers and our Power BI specialists and give them some framework of how and where the data is to be placed and how they can access that data for two reasons. One is to kind of ensure security as far as being able to separate what data needs to be seen for what purposes, and also to stop competing resources, right? We don't want our Power BI developers and our data engineers to be pulling or inserting into the same environments at the same time. All right, so the technology that we use, we initially were a fully on-prem Microsoft shop. So we use Microsoft SQL Server, we use SSIS to move and transform our data, and we use Power BI desktop or the Power BI service on-prem. Now that we've moved 100% to the cloud, we're using Microsoft Synapse for our data warehouses. We are using the Azure SQL databases for our data marts. To move the data, we are using a combination of Azure Data Factory. We use Python using Spark pools, and we're also using the Power BI service on the cloud for all our Power BI data visualization. All right, so from a data standpoint, our team kind of has our hands in all of the agency projects, quite frankly, because we are ingesting all the data. We are currently working with DWR. We are working on the Blue Line initiative. Any data that we get from Virginia State Police, we are pulling that through our system so it can be reported on. We have an initiative with the Department of Veteran Services. So we're working with everybody. So whenever we get any agency data, it's funneling through the data engineering and the data architecture space.